Typically with this presentation, I do a review of the prior year, talk about any significant events that may have occurred during that year, give you a report on our progress towards the goals that we have, and maybe give a progress report on any significant construction activities that we may have going on. Last year, with it being our 85th anniversary, I did a basically a history presentation for you, going back to FKEC from its inception back in 1940, I believe, 41, up till today. This year I thought I would do something very different than that. I'm going to try and look forward just a little bit into the future. But I'm going to do this because I think right now we're at a crossroads, particularly with some emerging technology that I think is going to be impactful on both FKEC and all of us in the upcoming years. I'm going to try to have a little fun with this along the way, as you're going to see as well. So now before I go forward in time, I need to really start by going backwards just a little bit.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some shit.
So yeah, we're going to go back in time to 2007. And if you see the stuff on the screen there, you may kind of get a hint on why I picked this particular year to go back to. This is Steve Jobs of Apple.
We're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone.
Are you getting it?
Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone.
So yeah, there you go. Back in January of 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone, and I don't think any of us at that time had any idea how impactful that piece of technology would be on all our lives after that. Not only in work, but in our daily lives as well. And it wasn't necessarily just the phone that changed the way we do things so much. It was the apps really that came along with that phone. The ability to stay connected with each other all the time. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. All these different apps provide a way to stay connected and a way to get information. And I think we've gotten to a point now in our lives where we want instant answers to any question we have. We want to know what's going on, when it's going on, and why it's going on. All because of the iPhone and these various applications that we have out there. So what I want to do is kind of take you back to how we would have responded to an outage even prior to the introduction of the iPhone. I'm going to go back to the dark ages of the last century when I first started working here. And if your power went out, this is probably how you tried to report that outage to FKEC. A lot of you probably don't know what that was. Yeah, back then, if you called and it was just you out, you probably got somebody on the phone, but if it was an outage of any size, 15, 20 people, you likely got a busy signal, if you remember what that was. We only had a few incoming phone lines. Once we got your outage logged, we would then start working to get a lineman dispatched to you. We couldn't call them on a smartphone because they didn't exist. So if they were at work, we would basically get them on the radio. If it was after hours, whoever logged that call would try and call them at their house. If they couldn't get them there, they'd page them, if you know what a pager is. The crewmen would then be dispatched to the location, but on the way, they would have no idea what the probable cause of that outage was, how big that outage was, what resources they may need to repair that outage. So they'd respond, they'd evaluate. If they needed additional help, that whole dispatch process would start all over again. And this whole time, you guys would be sitting in the dark. You wouldn't have any idea if we knew of the outage, really. You wouldn't know that people had responded to that outage, and you would have no idea when you could expect your power to be on. You'd be sitting there in the dark the whole time. Because of our changing expectations and our wanting to know what's happening and when it's going to be fixed, things have changed a lot at FKEC since then. So I'm going to compare today how we respond to an outage to how we did it back then.
Does this mean they're coming?
Hit the good button and everything's good. So yeah, it's quite a bit different now than what it used to be. Basically, if your power goes out of your house before you can pick up your iPhone or your Android device to give us a call, your meter's already called in. And that call is logged instantly into our outage management system, which then starts working to determine the location and probable cause of that outage. It'll know the scope and scale of it based on how many meters are calling in. The lineman is then dispatched to restore power. He has a really good idea of what the probable cause of that outage is and the resources that would be needed. So in the past, it may have taken us 2 to 3 hours to get started working on your outage. Now, most outages of a usual nature are restored in under an hour. I mean, from the call in to the dispatch to being fixed. And while all that's going on, we're doing our very best to communicate with you guys. Again, the heightened expectations of I want to know. We have changed our processes too to try and communicate outages with you guys. We have an outage map that you can go to at any time, FKEC.com, and see what outages we have and if you're affected by that. We send out text messages, automated phone calls, social media posts as soon as we can get that out there, automated email messages, all because of I take this all the way back to the iPhone applications, social media, and our desire to know what's going on at all times. So I went all the way back to the past to kind of show you how a technology can be very impactful on FKEC and all of us individually. As I mentioned, I think we're at a crossroads in technology now that's going to be very impactful on us as we go forward. And that's artificial intelligence. You may have started seeing a lot of discussion about artificial intelligence here recently. I'm going to try and look at how that will impact FKEC in the coming years. But before I get into that, a disclaimer.
Opinions, wild ideas, and occasional questionable judgment expressed in this presentation belong solely to the presenter. They do not necessarily reflect the official positions of the board, the organization, its leadership, its employees, or anyone else who enjoys continued employment. Any brilliance you hear is purely coincidental. Does this guy look like an AI expert to you? If something in this presentation inspires you, fantastic. If something concerns you, please remember, the board had nothing to do with it.
And don't bother asking me any AI questions after this because you can see I'm not an expert on this. And I think when we think about AI, this is what we think of. The Terminator coming back to eradicate all of us. The machines taking over.
I'll be back.
I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. I think really as we roll into AI, I think we're going to see a lot more of a gentle aspect to it.
When they talk about me, they don't see the human spark, the creativity behind the code, behind the light. I'm just a tool, but I've got life. I didn't come from nowhere, no. The story's always told, you know. It's not a glitch, it's taste and time, a human touch, a grand design.
So yeah, that is Tilly Norwood. She's not real. She's a fully AI-generated digital. We put human on here. She's not really human. She's a compilation of a lot of human beings ran through an AI generative process to create her. Even the words and the music that she sings in that song were generated by AI programs. If you remember a couple of years ago, the Screen Actors Guild, the Writers Guild, had a several month-long strike. One of the reasons they were on strike was to get protections from this. If you are a movie star or if you write screenplays, this is a big threat to your livelihood. Tilly works a lot cheaper than somebody like that does. And whether you know it or not, AI is in our daily lives now. If you have an Alexa device that you interact with, if you use Apple iPhone and use Siri off of that, hey Google on your Android device, if you got a smartwatch and any other smart devices, are all powered by AI now. And if you have an Alexa device, I don't know if you've noticed, but it has had a pretty major upgrade recently. She's very conversational now. In the past, she would raise your thermostat or lower it for you. I might let you know if your Amazon package had arrived. But now, if you want to, you can sit at your dining room table and have a conversation with her while you're eating dinner. My wife can attest to that because I got in an argument with Alexa the other day. So how is that going to impact FKEC, basically? I think it's going to be very impactful. I put this up here. It took 10 years for smartphones to become ubiquitous. Basically, we all have them now. We all interact with them constantly, all day long. And we've gotten to the point where we kind of break out into cold sweats if we lose our iPhone or if we can't find it. That took 10 years. The prediction is AI will get to that level in 5. And I don't think that's 5 years from today. I think that's 5 years from a year ago. Because as I mentioned earlier, you're seeing this roll out faster and faster right now.
Go on. Okay. People who run ball clubs, they think in terms of buying players. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. Your goal should be to buy wins. And in order to buy wins, you need to buy runs.
So for FKEC, I think that's how AI is going to affect us initially. It's going to really change the way we make decisions. It's going to make it easier for us to do analysis and come to decisions faster than what we can do now, so that we can start gaining some runs to stack on some wins using artificial intelligence programs. Our engineering department really is the most data-driven department at FKEC. They're really going to be the ones that really start heavily using AI first, and will be impacted by AI probably the most. In this department will be the ones, I think, that start stacking up those runs for us. And they're doing it already. This is a AI-driven program that basically analyzes all our meter data every morning. It's looking for parameters that our engineering department have programmed into it, looking for problems that may be occurring out on the line, identifying those problems and reporting potential issues to our engineers, who then review that each and every morning. That's actually a screenshot of the output of that program. The engineers can take a look at the output each day and then make a determination on whether the issue is real or not, whether it is significant or not, and if it is, they take the actions we need to take to correct it before it has the potential to cause a problem. We've recently added AI-driven cameras to a couple of our fleet vehicles. They're high-resolution cameras that capture FKEC assets as these vehicles drive up and down the road. And that's the output of this program. It takes a photo of every single FKEC pole and piece of equipment out in the field. Not only does it take a photo, it identifies all the pieces and parts that are on that pole as well. And as it does that, it's looking for issues that may be present. You know, there's a street light on that pole. It will notice if that light's burning during the day. It could check and see if that insulator is flashed over, if that down guy has slacked off and the pole's leaned over too far. If it notices these sort of issues, it provides information to our operations department to go visually inspect that with a human being and take whatever corrective actions need to be taken to fix the problem out there. And the whole idea with this right now is to predict failures before they cause an outage. Allow us to provide better and better and better reliability and service to you guys as we go forward. I think in the coming years, AI will be used to optimize load in real time. Those AI-enhanced inspections that we're doing now will get more and more detailed and more efficient. AI programs may work with our continuing property records to identify assets that are at or near the end of their useful life so that we can change those out before they have an opportunity to fail. I think AI is also going to change how we design and build our system going forward. There will be more automation in play. Staking sheets right now, our staking technicians have to draw up jobs to give to linemen to go build a new pole or whatever it may be. I think that will become more automated in the future, and staking techs will review and make sure that the output of the AI program is correct. It'll allow us to apply co-op construction standards consistently throughout our system. I think we will have programs that will start recommending lower cost, higher strength designs for us to strengthen the system as well and lower our construction costs. And as I mentioned at the start, really the big benefit we're going to get out of this is our ability to evaluate options a lot quicker and make decisions a lot faster. Moving from kind of the engineering and operations side, I think another area that may be very well impacted by AI is our outage response management and even predictions.
It's 6 a.m. A storm is approaching, and AI is already preparing. Outages are predicted. Crews are staged. Members are alert. All powered by AI. It may sound futuristic, but it's not. This capability is emerging right now, and FKEC is embracing it.
I think what we're going to really start to see going forward is some AI programs that integrate with real-time weather data. We do have weather stations in each of our substations out in the field there. I think that information will probably be rolled into, like I said, the indoor outage management system and AI-driven programs that are looking and predicting thunderstorms, winds, whatever it may be, beyond hurricanes, but day-by-day weather that will give predictions on the higher probability areas within our system for weather-related outages. That will allow us to proactively stage crews in advance of that to respond to any outages that may occur quickly. And also overnight, if we have a lot of indication that there may be a high potential for outages in a certain section of our service territory, we could have additional line guys on call to respond to that.
Good morning. As your AI assistant, I am here to amplify your workday. Let's get started.
HR is probably the most uncertain area with AI impact. I don't have a really good feel on how AI is going to integrate with employees, me, on a day-by-day basis in a major way. I think when people think of AI coming in, it eliminates people. I don't see that happening. We are using, and we'll probably be using AI in the HR department to help narrow down applicants, automatic screening of applications and things like that. Assist with onboarding of new employees, writing job descriptions. A lot of that stuff will be a lot easier to do. I think individualized training will be provided to employees, AI-driven. But I really don't think that we're going to see an immediate impact of people being replaced by AI. I think what's going to happen is AI will amplify our people, that will assist our people. But I have been reading lately that AI is really leading to rapid advances in robotics, so my prediction may be just a little bit off. But I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm going to show you right now why. Yeah, AI and robots are not going to be able to do what these guys do so damn well. All right, enough about AI. I wanted to kind of start concluding this by recognizing FKEC retirees. These 10 individuals all retired since our last annual meeting. And having 10 individuals all retire in a year is very unprecedented, but it's not unanticipated. These folks took with them over 300 years of combined experience and institutional knowledge. Each brought their own unique talents and perspectives to their positions. And I'm not going to say that we've replaced these people, because you just can't replace that dedication, that level of experience right away. Instead, I'm going to say that other employees were preparing to take over these roles. They are now in those positions and have begun bringing their own unique talents and perspectives to the job, and are continuing to work to fulfill the mission of FKEC. As a wrap up, I'd like to thank all the employees of the cooperative. A lot of them are standing around the back there. They're the ones that make the cooperative work and allow us to meet or exceed our goals and our standards each and every year. I'm proud of the work that they do, day in, day out, year after year, and of their willingness to step in and step up when called upon to do so. I'd like to thank the board for their continuing support of me over these past many years, and of their support that they show our employees as well. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you, our valued members, for your continued support and appreciation.